First, let me say that Ruthless is awesome right now. Even if they make no changes, I will still start in Ruthless next season. This mode is perfect, I really like it. But there are a few things that I think can be improved. So, the first one is map drops. I think it will be better if they make a small increase on the map drops in maps. I think that will be great because it will provide some flexibility on the Atlas 3. Right now it feels too mandatory to expend most of your points on sustain, in particular at the start and on Alba. That is why the other thing I want to change a little is Alba. I want a small nerf on Alba. I think one of the possible changes is give less encounters per map when you get Alba. Instead of 3 as base and 4 with the Atlas node, you get 1 or 2 as base and 1 extra with the Atlas node. That way, getting the temple takes more missions and then is less powerful. Still, Alba will be good and the temples will feel great like right now, but it will be less important than right now. Part of that is because I don't like doing temples, so if you like temples, maybe you are okay with temples being basically the best league mechanic you can do, but I would like a small change on that. You can argue that the same can be said about Delve, but personally I like Delve, so I think it's perfectly fine right now. That is, for me at least. The other change I want to see is to the ghost in Act 3, the one that sells skill gems. I want to be able to buy the skill gems with currency, not with the special item that you get from the 2 quests. One, because I want to be able to buy more than 1 skill gem. I think there are too many characters that need more than 2 skill gems, so I don't want to be muling every time I make a new character just to get the skill gems. The other reason is I think it will feel more natural to just use currency like you use in the normal game to buy the gems. The price can be different, can be a little more expensive, whatever. I have no problem. Like if it's expensive, it's fine. I just want the option. If muling is the optimal way to get the skill gems, that is fine too. But if I don't want to mule, I want another option to get the skill gems. I understand that in trade, of course, you can always buy them, but if you are not playing trade, I think it's a problem. Still, I think you should not be able to buy the skill gems before Act 3. I think that part is great, and I want to keep it. But I would like to use currency to get the skill gems and be able to buy more than just 2. Now, Kirak. Kirak, I want to change the price on the red maps. I want them to cost Chaos Orbs instead of Alchemy Orbs. I think that will be a good change because it will remove some of the pressure there is right now from alchemies and will provide more demand for Chaos Orb. In trade, I don't think it will be that big of a deal because most people just don't buy red maps from Kirak. But depending on the price, it could affect the economy. And I think it will be a really good change for SSF. The last change I want to see is to harvest. There was a craft in the past that changed 2 sockets to 2 different colors. Like for example, made 2 sockets, one green and the other red, or one red and the other blue. So that craft was before we had Life Force and we could trade basically the craft from Harvest, and it was removed. And it's perfectly fine to remove that craft in the normal game, but I think getting that craft back in Ruthless will be truly great, because it does a few things. First, it makes Harvest useful in the early game, making the items you get easier to use. Right now, the only use you have for Harvest early on when you get to maps is to swap oils, basically. I don't think there is any other mode that really matters. Like, once you get to red maps, you can swap corrupted maps, but that's it. All the others are like very late game. So that is one thing. And the other is, because currency is so rare in Ruthless, you get a lot of items that you just can't use because they are so hard to color. And I think it will help with both things, and that will be very nice. Like, it's not making your character more powerful, but it lets your character use items you already have. So I really want that craft in particular back. And that will be all for today. So let me know if there are other changes you want to see, and what do you think about these changes and the state on Ruthless in general.